This guy is unbelievably lazy. One morning, instead of getting up to turn off his alarm, he simply pulled out a pistol, shot the alarm clock, and went right back to sleep. But the moment he dozed off again, another alarm started ringing. This time, his phone alarm and music player also went off. The whole room was filled with noise. Even then, he pulled the blanket over his head and tried to ignore it. The noise got so loud that he couldn't take it anymore. The next second, he jumped out of bed and shut off every alarm in less than a second before crawling back under the blanket. But he had barely been asleep for 2 minutes when another alarm woke him up. After turning it off, he started brushing his teeth. While brushing, he almost fell asleep standing there. Then the alarm in the bathroom went off and woke him up again. After brushing, he headed to the kitchen for breakfast. But as soon as he opened the door, the milk carton rolled across the room. Since he hadn't had time to put on his shoes, he climbed onto the gate and used the wall for support to reach the milk. He came back and started toasting some bread, but as soon as he got the chance, he nodded off again. Somehow, he managed to grab the milk and toast, sat down on the couch, and ended up falling asleep while watching TV. Just as he was about to drift into a deep sleep, his eyes suddenly flew open. He had a feeling the alarm in that room was about to go off. The very next second, he rushed over and turned it off, but as soon as he turned around, it started ringing again. Furious, he ripped out the batteries and threw the alarm across the room. Finally, he got dressed and was ready to leave for work, but as soon as he reached the elevator, he started feeling sleepy again. Suddenly, another alarm went off. He looked all around, but there was no alarm clock anywhere. Then he glanced at his reflection in the mirror and realized his hair was shaking like an alarm clock, and the sound was coming from his own head. The very next moment, he jolted awake in bed. It turned out everything that had just happened was nothing more than a dream.